Hello once again, my name is Mantius Cazaubon and I am the creator of the website pianokeyboardguide.com. Welcome to lesson 8 in our series of piano lessons. This is PKG 008. In this lesson, we will take a look at major scales. You will learn how to form major scales on piano. So let's get right into our lesson. It is very important to know your scales, especially the major scale. This is the first scale that you should start with. We already looked at it a bit, but in this lesson we will go more in depth. Why do you need to know scales? Because scales are the foundation. You use scales to form chords. If a song, let's say it's in the key of C major, you know that you're going to make use of the notes of the C major scale. If it's in the key of D major, you know that you're going to make use of the notes of the D major scale. So it's important to know your scales. Do not skip this. You know, sometimes some people would want to just learn songs via synthesia tutorials, but they don't really understand the foundation. A lesson like this teaches you the foundation. You understand what you're doing instead of just following what you see in a synthesia piano tutorial. This is like what I'm doing right now is teaching you how to fish, whereas in a synthesia tutorial, I'm just handing you a fish. I'm just giving you a fish. With this lesson, you're learning how to. So let's go without wasting time. There's a formula for forming a major scale, and that formula is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So, what does this mean? First of all, you need to know the difference between a whole step and a half step. We already hinted to that in previous lessons. I took a look at whole steps and half steps. For instance, C to C sharp is a half step. I'm moving in half steps right now. From key to key, I'm moving in half steps. From key to key. So you know that a half and a half equals a whole, right? So if this to this, C to C sharp is a half step, then C to D is a whole step. If D to D sharp or E flat is a half step, then D to E is a whole step. So the formula, as we said, is you start with a note and you go whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. B to C is a half step. E to F is a half step. What does this mean? There are no keys between. There are no keys between E and F, so it's a half step. There are no keys between B and C, so it's a half step. Okay? So the formula for forming any major scale whatsoever is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And notice the fingering. I'm using you can practice these scales, the various scales we will look at. You can practice these scales using the fingering that I'm using. Notice what I'm doing. Then the thumb goes under the third finger. It goes over the thumb. Finger 5, finger 4, finger 3, finger 2, finger 1. Then you could put both hands together. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, di, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Every major scale will play this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So you now know how to form a C major scale. You already know the formula. You could form any scale using this formula. Any major scale, that is. For instance, let's try a G major scale. We said that our formula was whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So it's G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay? So it's this is a G major scale, and I want you to practice it. These are the notes of the G major scale. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Notice that we're using one black key in this. It's a sharp and it's F sharp. For any major scale, you have to use all the letters of the musical alphabet, and you cannot repeat a letter. So it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You used every letter of the alphabet. You use A, B, C, D, E, F, G. For G, you have to use every letter of the alphabet. I used A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I did not use, so you cannot say G, A, B, C, D, E, G flat, G. No, it's F sharp because you must use F and you cannot use G twice. You cannot use a letter twice in a scale. So this is F sharp, not G flat. And this is G. Let's move to another scale. How about the D major scale? This scale has two sharps, this one and this one. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. These are the notes of the D major scale. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So this is F sharp, not G flat, and this is C sharp, not D flat, because you must use every letter of the musical alphabet. You must use A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And some can be sharp and some can be flat. In the key of G major, there is one sharp. And in the key of D major, there are two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. Let's now learn the key of A major, where there are three sharps. So the notes of the A major scale, as you can see, is A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. So how many sharps are there in the key of A major or in the A major scale? F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. We'll take a look at two more. Quickly, E major, the E major scale. There are four sharps, so it's getting a little more complicated. But you could start with the basic ones like C major, G major, and then later on you could move to this one. So E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Be sure to ask a question. Be sure to leave me a comment. Be sure to share this video. The final scale we will take a look at is the F major scale. And this one is the same thing. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. But this time, we're doing it like this. We're going to use the 4 fingers, then we'll go back to this one. We do it. One, two, three, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. But with this one we're doing the F major scale. Hold, start on F and you go whole step, half step, whole step, half step. The F major scale. You can practice it slowly until you master it. So these are the notes of each scale. Remember the formula and practice the scales using the fingering I just showed you. Yes, this is very important to know your scales. In a subsequent lesson, I will go back to chords. I know you love chords. I love chords. I will take a look at various chord progressions that you can form using these various scales that we've looked at. So it all happens one step at a time. You can go back and watch this lesson. You have to put in the work. If you want to develop as a piano player, you have to put in the work. Yeah. So, my name is Mantius Cazaubon, creator of pianokeyboardguide.com. Please check out the description. I'll be providing various links so you could see what more I have in store for you, for like books, courses, different things you could check out. I have my Instagram profile, Facebook, Twitter. There's a lot you could learn. It's all there in store for you.